Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of the Read Only Friday podcast. I'm joined once again by Michael and Mariel and Toby, the newest speaker in our group. And what you're seeing on screen is Mariel playing, what is this, League of Legends, Team Fight Tactics? I don't know. That,
Tactics, yeah.
yeah,
It's an auto chess game.
that thing. Okay. So, yeah, what we're gonna do today, I found a couple of Reddit posts. I'm just gonna kind of read these. They're from the subreddit Malicious Compliance, just because it's one of my favorites. We're gonna try and gamify this a little bit, just because I don't want to turn this into just some generic, like read and react. I'm sure we're not the first people to do this, but I'm not like super creative, so this is what I came up with. Um, I'm gonna read the title, and the rest of you are gonna try and formulate your own story or like have guesses based on where you think the story is gonna go. And then I'll just go ahead and read the story, and then we'll compare at the end to see. So the first one I'm gonna go ahead and read. This is the only tech related one I found. The other two are just kind of funny, so I put them in there. Uh, Boss wants to cut off all employees and workers from their email access over the weekend, but doesn't understand the consequences.
So wait, he wants to call email access for only the weekend?
For every single person over the weekend.
Okay. Does someone else want to take a jab of what this is first? Because I wanna formulate a story for this before.
Um, hmm.
I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of he's saying he wants to shut down the entire email system, and so it's either going to be they do it and then it's going to just completely fail, and then there's like a huge backlog of emails that come in on Monday, or he shuts down the email server, and so all emails over the weekend are just gone.
I think he should just delete his boss's email.
Yeah,
I think that's the solution.
Just delete the entire account.
Well, I'm
I feel like
large now.
this is like an incident with someone that sent me an email on the weekend and
Mike,
it over
Mike, your
escalated.
mic's kind of iffy.
My mic came weird.
It's you're just distorted. I don't know, man. See, now
Oh,
that was clear.
of course it is.
Yeah, you're clear now. Okay.
All right. Incident where
Now
someone
it's even
has
worse. Holy, oh my god.
Crunchy.
Crunch.
crunchy.
It sounds like you're chewing on the microphone.
I am nowhere near my microphone.
I'd hope not.
Let me unplug it and see what happens.
Okay. Technical difficulties, they happen to everyone, including professionals.
Do you really call us professionals?
Look, man, we gotta have some credibility somewhere.
Is that better?
This is better, actually, yes. This here.
Okay. I blew on the port, so might
Wait a
just
minute,
bust
you
or something.
blew on the port?
Like because I have a XLR, I believe it's called.
Oh. Did you really just treat your XLR like it was an NES cartridge?
Yeah.
Wade, that is exactly where my mind went to.
Wait, so wait, not to already derail us 5 minutes in, I just need to analyze this a little bit.
Yeah,
So
go for it. Go for it.
your solution was you unplugged your microphone, you looked in the port, and you just gave it a nice little and just plugged it back in.
Yeah.
I did that as a child on my NES.
I mean, it worked. Did it not?
I mean, yeah, and I guess this is just more proof, even though they tell you not to do that long term, because like the moisture gets in there and can like mess up the contacts. But who am I to question just pure ingenuity?
Listen, they're just trying to prevent us from fixing our own things. They want us to go to specialists so we
Oh,
can
so
pay
it's a
them.
right to repair issue.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, all right. I'm glad we nailed that one down. So yeah, you were having a you were like theorizing about
Oh
what we
yeah,
should
yeah.
do.
I feel like there was an incident that happened where an employee emailed on the weekend, probably to some customer, and they're probably off the clock. And I feel like that just over escalated to the point where the manager was like, "All right, you know what? We're not having anybody email on the weekend," and that just kind of escalated to the CEO saying, "All right, yeah, we're making this official." And now this is IT's task. I feel like
Okay,
that's where
so
this is going.
so your guess is that it's like a crazy Karen that wanted to talk to somebody on like Saturday at midnight, and because their emails were shut down, they couldn't, and then it created a whole thing.
No, 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 I feel like someone
Oh,
did email on the weekend, and because they
oh,
did, it over escalated internal management to the
oh,
point
gotcha.
where they're like, no, you can't do this, and therefore we're going to actually block you from doing this.
Okay, all right. Interesting guesses. Let me just get right into it. Um, So, the story starts with me and my company. I'm a 30-year-old businesswoman who works in an IT service in a bank space. I'm the girl for everything, basically, but I'm a specialist for first level support, administration and backup, sometimes even networking. Even when I'm not head of my IT department, I'm basically had all the responsibilities of them, but unfortunately, my pay grade doesn't reflect that at all. I think of my boss of my IT department as kind of lazy, if not incompetent. He even brags about getting so much money for basically doing nothing. Good start.
Yeah, I'm
Always
sensing a lot of cockiness.
right. Like who just walks around being like, "Yeah, I do nothing around here and make more money than the rest of you." That's a good first impression of this boss. So I have a 40-hour week, but since the whole IT department is my responsibility, I need to keep track of the servers and maybe problems that can occur 24/7. This is mostly done via emails. When the server status gives out a warning or a failure, I will get notified, and then I'm fixing the problem over a remote desktop or going to the company itself, even in my free time. I wouldn't mind this, but I'm not getting paid for this. But on the other hand, I'm getting punished when something goes wrong. My boss's boss wasn't that much better. Since it's a fancy bank, everyone should be in a suit the whole time to let it look professional, best with a skirt and high heels. Only problem is when you work in the first level support, you need to do a lot of behind the scenes work, like slipping under the desk to do a repair or cable management,
Ooh.
doing work on the server rack, and doing lots of other activities that makes you dirty. You can imagine that this worn out my business clothes really, really fast, and not only that, they were so impractical and really made my work harder. I love I, I love the CEO of this or the bosses, but like whatever that rank is, they're just like, yeah, you need to wear like a full suit and go in the server rack and do this stuff. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna like the people are gonna get like overheated. You're gonna get like dirt like all over it, and then like when they come out of the server room looking hot and sweaty and dirty, like yeah, that's more professional than I don't know, maybe a t-shirt. Like,
See, it's one thing to be front facing, like in the upper
right.
front where everybody can see you, and then there's a point where you're behind the scenes in an office space or like somewhere where not many employee or customers are going to see you.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it's just like I get the formalities of it being a bank, but at the same time, is it worth it?
No.
I mean, I've heard of other companies doing that, especially the females being like, you gotta wear a skirt and high heels. I don't care if you're doing level 1, level 2 shit, like, dealing with like these small things that you're going to literally have to like scoot your body under a narrow space, and probably because they're pervs.
Yeah, it's just there's a
Yeah.
whole other like creepiness part of that too. But
I'm just curious, why is this person like in front of customers and in like this business environment if they're in IT? Like when I think of a bank, I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm going to see the IT person working there. I'm going to see the tellers, and then that's it.
I'm not
So
entirely sure that the post like says specifically like, oh, they're out in front of people. I think it's just the business policy of wearing formal clothes regardless because the
I
business
guess.
has probably
Yeah.
existed for 200 years and no one bothers to change rules.
But
so
if
my
it's been,
sister, sorry.
I was going to say, if it's been around for 200 years, then why are they still using email alerts instead of
I
like
don't
having
know.
a management console?
Who knows? Banks are weird.
So my sister works at a bank, and she's so incompetent. The one time the IT person had to drive there just to press the on button.
Oh,
Wait, so your sister didn't push the on button to, like, I'm guessing her workstation,
Yep.
and then she's haven't you taught her any better?
Nope.
Okay. That
You
clears
do,
that up.
you do not understand siblings. None
That's
of you
true.
understand siblings.
That's true. As an only child, I can confirm I do not understand siblings.
Everyone else here is an only child except for me.
I mean,
Yep.
technically, I almost had a twin.
wait, what?
Have I not told you about that?
No.
The abridged version is that I ate my twin.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I wasn't born yet. It's
Yeah,
okay. It's
I'm
not a
just gonna
crime.
go back to drinking. Never mind.
I
I don't.
wasn't born yet.
I
It's
want to
not a
forget
crime.
this. I want to
No,
forget this.
no, you don't. And you're gonna be listening to this anyway.
The twin part?
What?
The twin part?
I actually just realized also that your name on Discord is in fact Twin.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay. Well, anyway,
It made it a little bit more personal than it needed to be, but anyway.
Michael, I can promise I won't eat you. I feel like
Don't
you'd
ever
be
say that
doing
again. That
poison.
sounds much worse than what it sounds much worse out of context.
But there is context. Just listen to the last 2 minutes.
Let's move on, please.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to finish my first cup already. I just started. I literally just pulled it out as you're telling the story. And I'm already like quarter of the way through from this conversation. Please
Okay.
move on.
Plot twist: this is an AA meeting in disguise. I just make Michael quit
It's an
drinking
anti-AA
forever.
meeting. It's the opposite of an AA meeting. It makes me want to drink.
All right. So, yeah, they were just complaining about the whole having to wear business clothes when they work IT. So I changed my clothes to a comfy hoodie and work pants to fit the work I'm doing a bit better. When my boss saw me, he was furious, demanded I can't look like a quote poor hobo quote inside his bank. I told him that I demand work clothes for both occasions because they are expensive and gets worn out quickly. He refused, and I wasn't really happy about this. Again, really quickly, I don't know what other occasion there would be. Like, there must be some kind of customer facing part of this, like, and which
Yeah.
doesn't really make sense to me as a bank, but like,
I do also just want to comment. Did he just call a sweatshirt and jeans like hobo clothes?
no, he called yeah, technically, I guess hoodies are sweatshirts with hoods,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
they're pretty much sweatshirts. I
ho-
consider.
hoodie and work pants are the exact description. So yeah, I would guess
I don't
work
know what work
jeans
pants
or
be classified as.
maybe like khakis or like just long pants in general that
Yeah.
like
I wish they were
so
a little bit more descriptive so I can go into a more detailed
Yeah, they
idea
should have
or
uploaded a picture of everything, every single item of clothing they wore, so I could have
yeah,
a
this is
very big visual of this story.
yeah, that's the one problem with this post already. I don't like that they don't have visuals associated with it. I want a picture of the bank and the environment they're working in so I can get an idea of how they're front facing customers and
here,
why.
let me go ahead and make a 3D render of the bank and the person with what they were clothes. I'll go ahead and get that 3D render done. It's only going to cost me about $1,000 in electricity.
What a great time to plug our Patreon. Support us on Patreon today so
We
Ray
all
can actually render this out.
we also don't have a Patreon, so
We do now.
We
okay.
will.
Am I gonna have to make one now?
We can lie to people.
Okay.
We won't be lying if Wade actually makes a 3D render. It'll be following through our promises.
I regret everything. Okay. So, someday, that's like the exact word they used. Someday, my boss's boss, head of the whole company, called me. He had a plan. He wanted to create, quote, quiet hours, which means he didn't want his employees working on the weekends to let them rest properly. At first glance, you could say, hey, that's a nice idea. But no, he just didn't like to pay them for overwork because he got in some legal trouble with overwork paying in general. Not only that, some employees have strict deadlines and need the extra time to get work done. To actively ensure nobody can't work over the weekend, he wanted the following. Please make sure no one can access their emails and remote desktop over the weekend, no exceptions. Since we had a ticket system and to be able to attach emails to tickets, I asked him to write an official work task for two reasons. First, I like everything documented. I love this person already. Second, I have a something to protect and secure myself if the task I was given is incorrect, and this is exactly what saved me. So I was in my office again, thinking how to get the task done and what implication it will have, and then it was suddenly clear to me what it meant. The email came from my boss with the task, and indeed he wrote, quote, "For everyone, no exceptions." I was thinking to myself, should I write them, the implications it would have, should I let him know? After thinking, I thought of how I am treated as a worker, and I decided against it.
I like
He
this
just
person
complies,
already. I
right?
really like this person.
So just, I love how they at least go through the thought process, and it's like, should I just let him know? Should I give him the heads up? And then it's just like, well, you know, I don't get basic work clothes, so
When they refuse basic work clothes to the point where you need them and your job is not adequate with them, I should say. I don't know
right.
the best wording for that. But where your job is more work. I don't know I don't know the wording for this.
More work per work.
Yeah, more work.
Work squared.
Your work is work squared, and your work clothes don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Screw
No,
that.
and I wouldn't even. I like if it was me, I wouldn't even care if it was like, yeah, that's fine. Just like wear whatever is comfortable without like wearing a speedo in the office or something. But like the fact that they specifically were told you look like a dirty hobo in a hoodie and work pants is just and hoodie I can maybe kind of understand a tiny bit because are you okay?
Yeah, the speedo made me drink.
What?
Hearing the speedo made me think, visualize it, and I was like, no, I'm drinking that.
Who
You
did
don't
you
have.
visualize it
Yeah.
on?
It's the blank mannequin.
Oh, sure. You don't
We'll
need to
put it that way.
visualize anything, Michael.
You can tell us here.
Well,
Who
as
did
I'm
you who
hearing,
did you visualize?
no, it wouldn't be anybody from work, at least. Anyway,
All right. Just gonna.
Wait, I have more questions on that.
I was hoping somebody would.
are we continuing or moving on? Because I want to.
But
I'm
speedo, like,
I imagine what a speedo is, right? Is it just?
Mike needs a visual of what a speedo is.
Do we need to
Now I'm
send
just
Michael a
getting
visual
now I'm
of
just
what a
getting
speedo is?
the F speedo wood grinder.
What?
No, I'm sorry, it's a potato planter.
What?
F
He's
that I LOL.
Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I said speedo.
Oh,
You're like
I missed the
you
second E. That's
die,
why.
and then you said what? Food
potato.
grinder, and then
No, it's a potato grinder.
what?
Or I'm sorry, no, not potato grinder, potato planter.
How much have you had to drink?
I missed the second E. That's why.
But spedo.
I put spedo.
Oh, okay.
So that was the brand
Is that like a
for
brand of?
yeah.
That is a very unfortunately named company.
Right.
If you say
But
it too
also,
fast.
I googled that and it looks like a bunch of farm equipment. Like
Let me transition this to what I'm actually referring to. Where is it? This. Oh, well, just in case. But anyway, this is what I'm referring to with spedo.
at risk of messing up my Google search suggestions, Michael, this is what an actual speedo looks like. In case you weren't aware, I'm gonna post this in
I can
general so
look.
that everyone's just more confused.
Well, like, is he picturing Rhino and Reynolds or something? Like, I don't. Or is he really just picturing this potato grinder?
I don't know, but
What is a potato grinder?
It's not a potato grinder, it's a potato planter.
Oh,
I thought it was a grinder for a second. Because
what
it
are
looks
you
like
grinding? What are you grinding, Mike?
one. Potatoes, apparently. Making them into french fries.
that's
I'm actually like crying over here and laughing.
I don't know. Okay.
I only had like fucking 4 sips and I'm already going off on the deep end. Oh,
He would be so proud of you if he was here.
that's fine. Anyway, can you what were we talking about before with the story? I lost
I don't
track.
know. Where did
It was
I'm
it was with the
still
part
hung
where
up
they were
on
reassuring their partner. It was the reassuring part.
I don't know, man. I still need a minute. I'm hung up on the fact that I said speedo, and your first idea for what that is a potato grinder.
No, I mistyped it. I mistyped it. And
No,
that's
I
what
know,
came
I
up.
know, I know what
You
happened. It's just
mistyped it while you were talking.
all right.
We were at the point where this person was rationalizing how they were gonna just
Right.
like completely screw everything up.
Okay, so yeah, they were thinking about whether or not to let their boss
What
know
the fuck
that
is this?
what?
Sorry, I got distracted by this monstrosity.
What monstrosity?
'Cause I actually looked at the image.
Jeez.
Let me transition again.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna need the video to reflect what what?
Yeah, whatever.
That's not even a proper speedo. What the heck, Mike?
No.
Is this YouTube safe? I just thought, is this YouTube safe?
Those look like shorts that were just cut exceptionally short. Like
Mike is lost in the sauce.
Oh,
I don't yeah, quite
I
literally
have derailed us
quite literally
extensively.
lost in the sauce. Okay.
Anyway,
That might be the episode title because that's what's quickly happening. Okay. So yeah, they were contemplating whether to let their boss know that they literally said no email or remote desktop for everyone. Um, I was working immediately at this task and made an automated process to block every access to emails after Friday at 6 p.m. all the way up to Monday at 6 a.m. Weekend came and it was Saturday, and I was relaxed because if you have not noticed by now, by cutting down everyone's emails means that I don't receive any updates on the servers. I can't possibly work on it because my remote access is also cut. If you think you could forward your work email access to your private address, no, I can't because we have a very strict data protection. Nothing is allowed to go out. Also, I don't think anyone reading this was thinking that. If this was me, I would have cut the email access off and then probably even turned my phone off until Monday, honestly. Like, if I was given a direct order, I wouldn't just be like, ooh, let me forward these to my personal.
No, I would never think of that.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's still Saturday, middle of the day. I'm cooking for myself and my husband a nice meal, and my telephone rings. It's my boss's boss. Instantly, for me, I just reject that call, but I have a feeling this person isn't exactly in that position.
Wait, you would reject it?
I mean,
I
in
would
this
reject
position,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Boss's boss said no working, no
I guess,
whatsoever.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
he talks with a stressed voice and tells me that he can't access his emails. I wonder why. I needed a second to process this, but I responded, that doesn't surprise me at all, since you ordered me to cut everyone's email access without exceptions. He was very angry and told me that this obviously doesn't count for him, because, yes, the OP does in fact have mind reading powers, in case y'all didn't figure it out. I told him that he specifically told me that there are no exceptions and that he stated everyone. He then argued that this wasn't how he phrased it, so I reread him his own email. After that, he was still silent for a moment. He noticed his flaw in his logic. I broke the silence and asked him, Sir, if you still want access to your emails over the weekend, that's no problem. Please send me a request per email, and I will work on it first thing on Monday. He was a bit angry again. He replied that he wants to have it done immediately, and I calmly explained to him that I can't do this since my remote access is also blocked, like he ordered. He hung up. So already we're kind of seeing the repercussions here. Yeah. 10 minutes later, he calls me again. He asks calmly if I can fix the problem right now when he pays me for my overwork. He also wants me to be available at any time, which means I should receive my emails and be able to do remote work, and that this will raise my pay by quite a bit. I thought that this was the perfect opportunity. I agreed to that condition and the pay raise, but only when my coworkers and I finally get work clothes. Since then, my work situation has drastically improved, and mostly only because I maliciously complied, well aware of the consequences of the task. So, nice little happy ending. He got they got their time off. Sorry, I should say should say she. You'd think I'm drinking too because I can't speak tonight. Um,
I'll drink for you.
no, oh well,
I'll drink
okay.
that to that, bro.
Keep you laugh while drinking.
Okay, well now we might have to keep doing that, but no, yeah. So they got their work clothes. All the IT people they got their work clothes, and apparently they even got their pay raise with this, which honestly, like that doesn't always happen with these. I'm glad that they at first commented that they were underpaid and that they by the end they even got like fair compensation. So that's good.
Happy.
Happy
Yeah.
ending.
I'm also glad they got official work clothes that they won't have to keep replacing.
Right? The top comment for this was just it's not a problem until it's his problem, which very
Yeah,
accurate.
that's a real thought.
Let's see. Let me see if there's any other interesting comments.
I don't know. I feel like the boss is or I should say the boss's boss should have seen this comment, but you know.
I just
That-
lost so badly. That's so bad. Oh wait, no, I got 6. That's not the. That's. I thought I got 8th. That was rough.
How many places are there?
It goes to 8th.
Oh, okay.
You get uh like your rank up from 1 to 4, but it depends on you know, how high you got up. So I lost
Oh.
19 LP. I was almost to gold 3.
Ooh.
Wow. No, I mean the season's gonna reset in 2 days or
Oh.
3 days, so I don't really care that much.
Okay.
Mm.
So, this next one, kind of, I guess, kind of similar to this other one, but I don't think it's not really tech related specifically. Different work environment, but manager tries to crack down on dress code, and I respond by wearing yoga pants to work.
Wait, why is there a theme of dressing
I don't know.
dresses here?
I didn't even really make this connection until
This is
uh
Toby. Toby's wearing yoga pants to work.
No, but
Toby
I
has
can admit
Yes.
I can admit that I have heard this story before, so I'm gonna stay out of this one.
okay.
What's the worst thing you guys have worn to work?
My subway uniform.
I
That's
wear
pretty
jeans
lit.
every day, so I mean that's about all my most of my wardrobe is.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I stress over my wardrobe so much, and you guys are like, my uniform was kind of bad. I literally had one of my skirts rip in the middle of, and
Oh.
I had to have 3 pin clips that like dug out for me nicely, holding my skirt together.
Oh, no.
Every time I got up, I thought I was just gonna be like, my cheeks were gonna show, man.
He's gonna start moaning everybody in the office.
I was so scared.
Oh my god.
I've had so many things where I was so stressed about my outfit, and everyone's like, I wore jeans, that's pretty good, yo.
Yeah, man. I wear jeans to everything. I wore jeans to dodgeball a few times.
Yes, you have.
That was very that was actually a good decision.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty boring. I haven't worn anything like super just casual or Like
Who's-
even thinking back to like any of my jobs, honestly, like it's always been like my subway uniform, which is literally just like a t-shirt and an apron. Like, oh well. Um, and
I
then
remember there
my
was one
last,
person who wore an inappropriate shirt. I can't remember if it was an office or they went to the corporate buildings.
I know who you're talking about. I want to say that he wore like a hoodie or like a super like a t-shirt with like something semi vulgar written on it, and he just like passed the CEO in the hallway casually, and I
And
don't even what.
I was waiting for the follow up.
No, I just think that was it. Like, I don't think there was really a follow up. He just like, I just suddenly looked up and saw the saw Mariel's.
I'm
So,
like,
it's me.
is this in relation to me? Hello? Dress code, no.
Have a clear what?
Hey,
Talk show.
Mike.
Hey, Mariel.
How's the
You got
jeans
something to talk
going?
about? You got something to talk about?
How's the jeans?
They're blue and shiny as ever.
I love
Why,
how
what's
you're
up?
violating Rule 4 by discussing Rule 3.
I didn't read past 3, man. Oh no.
Mariel, you're very unclear what's going on here. Can you specify?
Yeah, so my cousin, he has a pair of swim shorts.
Oh
And he
no.
not swim pants. So so
Please don't go
Mike,
back to speedos. We moved on.
Mike, well,
Uh,
do you always wear your jeans?
every time.
Okay, I think you might be feeling confused here, as I am being picked.
Wait, I'm confused on what that statement was. What?
I don't
All I hear
either.
is you're being confused, and then the rest of it was just garbled.
I think you're feeling confused here, as I am being vague.
Oh, vague. Yeah, you're a little
The
bit vague.
issue here is you are wearing unsafe clothing to a work-sponsored event. Why the hell in God's name would you wear blue jeans to fucking dodgeball? You I can't even make an insult for that. Just stop doing that. That's weird.
I
That's
think
so weird.
I think he
What
didn't read down the rule 6. You're not being very positive.
do you feel
Also,
like I
whoa.
am picking on you, Mike?
I don't know. The vulgarity felt attacking.
What's your good points? Fill me in on that real quick.
You should be the one that knows them. I shouldn't have to point them out.
Okay. I don't want your clothing to derail from your otherwise excellent dodgeball performance in front of and other people that may make fun of you. It would be better if you do not wear jeans. I am picking on the jeans and not you. You are good. I'm telling this to act quickly and not be personal. We can discuss some solutions. Maybe we should wear yoga pants, Mike.
Hey, Mariel, can I get some? Can the work provide me some yoga pants for this?
No, fuck you.
Do I need to take down the email services in
Do
order
it,
to get work?
pussy.
Do I just need to start deleting distribution groups?
Yeah, do it. That would make my life easier.
We would
Oh
actually
my
get
gosh.
less emails if you do that.
I know.
I don't like emails.
I mean, who does?
Anyway, back to the story.
I didn't even
Yeah.
read the
Anyway,
second
I don't wear sweatpants. I don't wear blue jeans to dodgeball anymore for no
What?
particular reason other than it just
We
got
haven't
hot.
had dodgeball in 3 months.
I know.
Yeah, that and it just kept getting hotter and hotter, and it just was more uncomfortable.
I guess I should clarify too for the listener. We sometimes get together on like a Saturday and play dodgeball because we're all inner children at heart.
I mean, it's just good for morale in general.
Yeah, it is good fun, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So manager tries to crack down on dress code. I respond by wearing yoga pants to work. Any
Oh god, I
theories?
forgot that's what we're talking about.
I
We were
know.
going so past it.
Any theories?
Can we reread the title? Because my brain forgot.
I just did it 2 seconds ago. But
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was the whole title.
no, manager tries to crack down on dress code, and I respond by wearing yoga pants to work. Whole title.
I mean, that's just a power move. Go them. Show
Okay.
your boss who's authority.
Yeah. Okay, so I, 34 male, used to work at a popular convenience store, really popular with a cult-like following chain years ago. Side note, I'm not going to say which one it is, but does that remind you all of any popular convenience store with a cult-like following around here?
Yes.
No. Wait.
Yes.
Are you talking like this, like the East Coast, or are you talking like hyper local?
It's hyper local to like the state level.
Not to derail again, Mariel, can you put something back on?
I think she went to go check on her cake. We're just supposed to pretend that she's here. She said something in the general. So,
Oh, I didn't see that.
yeah, no, it's fine. Mariel's still here. No one went missing. She'll totally be back. Everything's fine.
We need to discuss
Don't-
some solutions.
Pay pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
I think I know which one you're talking about, Wade, but there's two that I can
Well,
think
yeah,
of.
there's gonna be a couple.
Can you
but
put it in chat so I'm 100% sure? Because I'm not. I don't think I know which one you're referring
you're
to.
gonna know what I'm here.
I'm thinking of one. It could be. Yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just so I say all that to say I'm gonna pretend that it takes place at one of those for the rest of this because it's gonna make it even more entertaining for me. So anyway, yes, 34 male used to work at a popular convenience store with a cult-like following.
Wawa.
Hello, welcome back. Totally, you were
Don't
totally
even-
not gone.
He's
Oh,
eating my cake.
Your cat is eating your cake.
No, the is eating my cake.
Oh,
I like that we're just trying to be all private. Which company this was? Miro comes back just yelling the fucking company.
it's fine. I'll just censor it. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm not supposed to say it?
No,
I mean,
I don't think it's.
What are
that
they
big a
gonna do,
deal.
sue me?
that's true. I guess it's not like that local.
I don't know. We was being more secretive about it, and I was confused. But I just hear Meryl jump back in, screaming on top of her lungs.
So yes, all right, that's fine. So we'll let's say that this takes place at Wawa's. Wait, actually, one of the edits does. Wait, this is even fun. I'm gonna skip down a little bit. One of the edits for this is unlike when I worked at Wawa, my job is much more physical. So
It's not Wawa,
it is not Wawa, actually. So
and it's the other one.
sure.
When I first heard this story, because it is very big, and I posted it in the chat, but somebody that wherever I heard this story the first time, the person was thinking it was Bucky's.
I
Oh,
don't know
that
what
could
that
be.
is. I don't.
You've
I
never heard of Bucky's?
I've heard of it. Never
No.
been. I've
Never heard of it.
I've heard
It
it defies
is-
explanation.
It's basically if you take a gift shop of like ultimate level and shove it into a gas station,
Oh,
and it's like take basically a very popular gift shop slash restaurant location near us. Not going to say which one it is on the stream, but take that with food and with a gift shop and with a whole bunch of other stuff and shove it into a gas station and with gas pumps on 3 sides of the 4 walls. And it is an experience.
What?
oh boy.
All right. That's fine. I'll just bleep this out anyway. We're about 40 minutes in for timestamp's sake.
I was looking at that myself.
Mariel, imagine the Amish buffet.
No, I understand. I'm just
Oh,
being a dick.
oh, cool. So just more work for me later on. Cool. All right. So we just know that this is not a Wawa. Let's go ahead and assume that it's Bucky's then. Okay.
it's
I
it's
don't even think
Wawa
it would be
too.
that.
Should we just start naming every gas station? 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
The new one that just appeared.
The chicken one.
The chicken one? What's the chicken one?
I think.
What?
Whatever.
Oh.
There's a chicken.
All right.
I don't know how to play this champion at all.
Oh, this is just actual league now.
No go.
Okay.
That's fun.
No, it's a ARAM.
Oh. How many
Ooh,
league
ARAM?
games
Okay,
are
I'll
there?
watch this.
There can be more.
Oh.
Oh, you're playing that character. That's just
Okay.
mean.
So the person I've always been a bit of a clown, but very good at following rules while doing so. After working there a few years and seeing managers come and go, we got in a new woman who was just miserable and really wanted to flex her authority. I love how all these stories really just start off with just like the worst descriptions ever of like just the managers. Like
I
just
mean,
immediately setting the scene. Shortly after she started, she posted the uniform portion of the handbook in the break room and started complaining about people's attire, but clearly took the biggest issue with girls wearing yoga pants. So me being the petty rule follower, I combed through the policy and noticed some things in the wording. The rules stated that yoga pants are allowed as long as the ankles flared and there was no gender designation for these articles. Cue malicious compliance, I and a friend went to Walmart after work and bought me a couple of flared yoga pants. Now, mind you, I'm not a huge guy, but am chubby and have a big beard. I began wearing them almost every day I worked, and especially if she was working. This infuriated her. I would regularly for protests and even saw her go to the AGM and GM, assistant general manager and general manager, I'm guessing.
oh, I was thinking Game Master, but we'll go on.
What?
GM.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Their response was always, I can't say anything. It's in the dress code. This continued for a month tops before she requested a transfer. But what made it even more fun was trolling weird pervert customers. They would stand at the deli area and gawk at the young ladies working, especially if they were bent over the hot food table. When I would notice this, I would sidle over beside them and give the boys two butts to look at before whipping my head around and making eye contact with them. The level of disgust on their faces filled my heart with joy. Definitely something I would do, for sure.
You'd wear yoga pants willingly?
If I could get this amount of comedy out of them, yes.
I think you would get that amount of comedy normally.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, that would be the kind of comedy that I wouldn't necessarily want. This is trolling horrible people, which I'm okay with.
See if the CEO looks at your butt.
Hmm. Not to derail us too far.
Oh,
But
we're gonna be derailed, I can tell.
have you ever like or do you know anybody that's in high school like tell you about the dress codes that they have now?
I went
I-
to a high school, yes.
No,
I-
I'm saying the more recent, like as of later year, like
Michael,
the
I can't
current
say
years.
that I know any high schoolers now. No.
Yeah, I know so many high schoolers, yeah.
I
There's
guess
a-
you guys are a little bit older.
No,
I
I'm
still know
old.
people.
Michael, I'm like 1 year older than you.
We're
But y'all
old,
know
Michael.
anybody? Y'all know any like freshmen from when you were a senior year?
No,
all
they all
graduated.
graduated.
Well, not you. I'm talking about Wade.
Yes, they all graduated.
They graduate. That's what they do. I think.
Hey, I mean, I only graduated 2 years ago, so there's probably junior, senior year now. So
2 years ago. When did I graduate high school?
When did I graduate?
I don't really know. I don't know how I got 2 kills right there. I'm mentally out there right now.
But yeah, I always hear horror stories about how students are wearing like these like crop top shirts and such like that, and these teachers are just like, "Yeah, we can't say anything about it because if we do, we might just get a case on our hands."
What?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they would be looking at little girls.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
They would have to admit, "Oh, dear maiden, your navel makes me stumble. You and me after
Oh
school."
my god.
yeah. So there's a lot of that, at least in the school I went to,
Wait,
where
there's a
like
lot of pedophiles?
no, 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 a lot of like
I
people
mean, I
wearing
think
like
there's one less one
inappropriate.
now.
What?
I'm talking
Damn.
about Michael.
Oh.
I'm joking, I'm joking.
I
No,
think
I
the
was gonna
biggest thing nowadays is that there's just like so much more red tape, and like as soon as you say something wrong, everybody's gonna, or not even wrong, as soon as you missay something, everybody's gonna be on your case about it because they know they can get away with it.
Dude,
yeah.
people have a 3-second attention span. Like, I don't know. You just have to be like, LOL. Move on.
Oh yeah, the person was telling me how the dress codes are basically not followed anymore, and how people are just like wearing these things that would just totally get them fired in normal jobs, or probably not even good just to wear on the streets.
I had a college professor once that like walked into class multiple times with like a tank top on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Salacious.
weird. That's weird.
Salacious.
Yeah, I personally didn't mind it, like just
Yo,
because
you didn't
like,
mind it.
oh
You
god,
didn't mind the way.
no,
You didn't
I
mind
knew it.
her.
I just no, it was a well.
I'm joking.
See, I'm gonna make the story even worse from that point of view because it was a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But no,
Was he
he just
cute?
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What
No,
boys do you
it's
think are cute, Wade?
Describe them to us.
going to the next Reddit story.
Oh, oh yeah, I forgot we finished that one.
Oh, did we actually finish it? I'm sorry, I was
Yes,
zoned
we
out.
did.
Apparently,
No,
I
we
watched.
finished. The
I watched.
last part was about the dude like bending over the food counter and like trolling perverts.
Day in life.
Okay. Uh, title for this one, and the title for this one is honestly the most like attention grabbing of these three. I got fired and cost the store approximately $30,000.
Amazing. Good for them. Good for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah.
I was
Happy
working
day.
yeah. I was working a second job at our local small grocery and butcher shop a few nights a week to pay for my kids' activities. I was hired as a cashier. The person that did the end of day butcher shop cleanup, sanitizing quit. So instead of hiring someone for the cleanup, the owners decided that the cashiers could do it just between customers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
sanitary. That's
Yeah.
great.
Just
The
imagine like
smell, the
yeah.
smell it must make after like an hour or two. Ugh.
Just
I'd
imagine
lick
like
it.
your cashier oh, what?
Oh,
I'm joking.
I
I don't eat meat.
was gonna say you're vegan. Like what?
I
This
sure
vein
really
is so
interrupting
fucking
me.
stupid, jeez.
Just imagine like you're waiting for a cashier up at the front, and like they come running from the butcher's area, and they just have like just just blood just all over like their clothes, and they have like the smell of rotting meat just hanging around them,
Holding a bloody
Sounds
cleaver.
appetizing.
holding a bloody cleaver.
So
Like
I worked at this one local archery shop, and we would sell deer pea, like fresh doe pea. Like this stuff
Oh,
was A
what?
tier deer doe pea to get those bucks rutting, and you could then shoot them because they're horny and easily gullible. Anyway, yeah, so I would hate handling that. Like my manager like forced me to like stock them in the fridges, and like every time like you handed it to a customer, you would just smell the piss. It was awful. Like, I don't know. And then all these hunter dudes like just going nuts for this like dough piss is just, it's so weird. It's I don't know.
I just imagine when they get it, they just go, hell yeah, fresh piss, baby.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
It's
Like,
gonna be a good hunt season this year.
yeah. Why are you have a New York accent? But actually, no, they do come to PA
I was
because
gonna say, yeah.
they can't legally do anything in New York. So
I know a lot of hunting in New York is it's not outlawed there, right? It's just
crossbows are outlawed there. So a lot of people that come down here are crossbow hunters, which are filthy, dirty cheaters. And if you're able-bodied, you should shoot a regular bow, and not use something that's a gun. It's not cool. It's not, no. It's loud as fuck for one. You're getting killed in the zombie apocalypse. Everyone's like, you get no, it's loud as fuck. Get a bow if you're able-bodied.
If
What
you're,
is-
yeah,
what is your distaste to crossbows?
I think she just
I-
very clearly stated it.
I have a lot more to say about crossbows, but that's probably for another time.
Okay, let's
I'll
have an
make
episode all
that-
about Mariel's hatred for crossbows.
Yeah, we're gonna. I want to
Crossbow
hear more
people.
about this.
So, yeah. Yeah, they were just saying about how the cashiers would have to clean up the butcher shop area. The owners sat at their office just watching TV and messing around, and when a customer came in, the doorbell would ring, they would buzz the phone in the butcher area for the cashier to come check them out. When I came in for my shift at 6 p.m., I was told about the new setup, and I told them no. I was not hired to clean up the butcher area, I was hired to run the register and stock shelves. The owner then said I would clean the butcher shop or I would consider myself fired, and they walked away. I said fine, I grabbed my things, and I left.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
exactly what I would have
Right,
done. I mean,
that is, yeah.
Same.
that's probably the most appropriate action that should have been taken. Yeah.
Yeah, just, hey, this is not my job. This is gross. Okay, do it or you're fired. Okay, I'm fired.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
now
no
leaving.
pay
There's-
raise, no nothing.
No.
This is now part of my job, which wasn't in my job description. This job description coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, fine, I'll pack my bags and go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like I'm not demeaning any jobs here, but it's also a job that you can walk down the street and get another one in a day. Like it's not like it's an exclusive job that's like once in a lifetime.
No, it is a common, like, there are much more businesses out there that offer these same types of jobs. Like, it's just something
Anybody can be a
like,
cashier anywhere. Any type
Yeah.
of business needs a cashier if they have a
Yeah.
front-facing business.
It's not like a specialized position that like takes.
You don't need a
every-
college education to tell you a person how much money they're getting
Yeah.
back.
And again, no demeaning at all. It's just like it's just more common, something
Yeah.
you can get. So the stakes are lower here, I think. So
Yeah,
Apparently-
she said it's the second one for her kid spending, so like
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
she's not in a
Mhm.
pinch.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second job. So yeah, apparently the owner thought I had gave in and was in doing the cleaning, so they buzzed the butcher area when customers came in for about 2 hours before someone told them that no one was coming to check them out. The store's liquor area, cigarettes, and scratchers all got emptied out, cleaned out. So- I guess these people were just coming in, like, I would imagine that at least the first few were like going to the cash register,
Yo, free lottos though?
right? And then they were like, "Oh, I guess no one's coming to check me out. I'll just leave." And then maybe at some point people just saw that there was nobody out and they were just Meanwhile, but the funniest part about this is the owner just was like in his office just doing anything but working,
They said he was watching TV, so
right?
And
And he
it's-
was
well-
like he even fired the person. So,
yeah. So
You
he's
didn't think-
aware.
well, I'll get to this here, but okay.
I don't think he was aware she quit. I think he said, "Hey, if you don't do this, then you're fired anyway. So go do it." And then she just packed her bags and left because
Yeah.
he
I
was.
thought she might have verbally said. I thought she verbally said.
No,
"Fine,"
he
and
was-
just left.
No, he was. He was buzzing the meat counter for somebody to
Oh,
come
I'm
up and
so- oh,
help.
he was buzzing. He was buzzing. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought the customers were buzzing.
No,
No,
but it's
like
all. Yeah.
he was like people were going. So
I mean,
the
the
arrangement
customers just
was the cashier was supposed to be in the butcher area cleaning, and then when there were customers ready to check out, then I guess the owner was like hitting a buzzer and like it would sound out over in the butcher area, and then they'd come out to the register. Which also begs the question: I guess the owner is supposed to. I guess their owner is watching the cashier area to some extent. So how
Well,
is he
they
just
they
missing
said
out?
the front door has a bell on it, so they
Oh,
would
okay.
the owner would hear the bell and then just go buzz and hit the meat counter.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But at the same time, he's clearly not doing his job either because
No.
ain't no way in heck that a gas station or whatever this place is, especially with a cashier area, doesn't have cameras on it 24/7.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
also, just the customers just figured they took it like the literal old school, like the professor doesn't show up for 15 minutes when the class starts, so you know what? It's free.
I mean, like, people are savages.
Yeah,
that is true. Human
yeah.
beings
Then
are animals.
Well, I
So
mean, we just had that conversation on Dopus, and they go wild for it. So
It does something to the hunter's brains.
okay.
hell yeah, baby.
I
Got me some dope
know.
piss.
You'd think you need like a bloodborne pathogen license to work with cleaning up a butcher area too, but whatever.
I would imagine you'd need at least some kind of certificate
I'm
for
I'm
that.
pretty sure
Yeah.
like I've heard and like looked into like ethics of like working in slaughterhouses and stuff. Oh, there's nothing. It's pretty much a free for all. Like there's a lot of
Really?
human rights violations and they use a lot of uh I don't know what the technical term is, but like unskilled laborers
Oh,
and migrants and put them in horrible conditions. So yeah,
oh,
that's also fun. So
that's
it's something that
horrifying.
probably should have a bloodborne pathogen list because without breaks of like swine flu and avian flu, you'd expect that, but no, that's a complete lack of standard in the meat industry. So
Okay. That's horrifying.
yeah.
Mariel's depressing fact of the day.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
know.
really depressing. You can look up the like big companies, like they're probably in your freezer, and they have these kind of violations. So
You
Yeah,
underestimate how
I did
full
hear
my
about that.
freezer actually is. Okay. So it was 7:30 and I got a screaming phone call from the owner about how he was calling the police and I was going to be arrested. Yeah, right. The owner did call the police. The owner stated he wanted me arrested as an accomplice to the thefts because I had left. The cops asked me to come to the store, which I did, and I explained that the owner had fired me. So I went home, and the CCTV would prove that fact. Tape
told you.
was reviewed, plain as day. The owner said I was fired. And then I guess that the last line is I estimate they lost about $30,000, which I guess is just the total, the rough cost of like all that empty space.
Well, all the lotto tickets that were stolen, all the
That's
front
true.
cash register area stuff that was stolen,
All
anything
the
else
meats.
somebody. Oh, yeah, who knows how much of the meat spoiled?
Imagine if you like go to this place, you go in to buy a lottery ticket, no one like checks you out, so you just like leave with it, and then like you just go home and it turns out you win and you win like the $1 billion jackpot or
Yeah, I was gonna
something.
say too. How
Like
does that work? Like, how is the legality of that work?
I don't know.
I don't think you have to provide a receipt of purchase, and
You don't.
I don't think it's like a gift card where they activate the lotto card. It's just a piece of paper.
I think it does depend because I have
Yeah.
seen like, and I don't know how old this actually. Wait, uh,
I was gonna say I don't
I,
know
I think
how.
this I think this is around the I think they say that this takes place in like 2008.
Mm.
So I think lottery tickets nowadays like I haven't gone and bought like that many of them. I only go when but the jackpot is like ridiculously high. But I think for the most part you either get them from like automated machines or they have like a little machine that like prints it out on the fly
Yeah.
instead of just having like a pile that they just hand you.
Well, like even for like the scratch offs, like I'm sure like a long time ago things were different, but nowadays, especially at the gas station closest to our work, it's just a machine that they pull the roll out and then it gets locked up. Like
Okay.
it's not just sitting under the counter; those are just the display ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
don't know, but for anything that's like probably greater than $1,000, I don't know if there's any sign, like type of proof of receipt or like origin of purchase type of deal
I mean, yeah,
they
I
look
don't.
into, because I'm sure there's some type of like research they do to make sure somebody's not like scamming the system or playing the system where they find out, oh, this location is going to have a winning ticket.
I would imagine that. I mean, if you win like if you win like a bunch of times in a row, they might get suspicious. I would imagine that it's probably just like I don't know, as long as they can confirm that the actual ticket itself is a legitimate one, and they might have some like markings or like some kind of way to tell if it's just a legitimate ticket versus like someone printed out numbers.
It's like the
Um,
QR code that's on each of the tickets
oh yeah,
that they even use to check for if it's a winner or not.
Well, we didn't have QR codes back in 2008, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there was something.
did we have QR codes?
Mike just said, yeah. Like I wasn't just spitting out total nonsense. What the fuck?
I'll disagree to it, man.
Michael, the QR code system was invented in 1994.
Oh no, it's thinking about the lottery tickets having it though. I
Oh.
highly doubt they were using it. Is
And
there
now we have
anything?
lottery tickets.
The lottery first introduced fast play QR codes in 20. Oh, but that's not a verification. I guess they like print a
I was
QR
gonna
code
say
out
the
with
lottery
numbers.
system was introduced in like just going to history, the lottery tickets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, what the hell
They're
is that
also
one
probably
story? The
varies
short
by
story
like
about the
state.
lottery, people getting stoned from the lottery.
What?
The lottery short story. Joey, is it Joey Jackson? No.
Who?
According to this, it looks like it started to be used in lottery games in 2014.
Okay.
Being one of them being the fast play cards, which I guess I don't know exactly for sure, but they might have been for like adding it to your account or something on your phone or something.
Hmm.
Because
Go
even now,
derailing. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead. Finish
uh,
what you're saying. That one's gonna derail it. Alright, I'm derailing it. Have any of you read Shirley Jackson's The Lottery?
Shirley
Yeah,
Jackson.
that
No.
was a signed reading in like 8th grade, 7th grade,
Yeah.
or whatever.
This just reminded me of that, and it's like where to have like a good harvest. To give a really short gist of the story, to have a good harvest, they would have everybody put their names into a hat, and one person would get picked. Was it one person or multiple?
It was one person or
Yeah,
something. I don't
I think it
really
was like
know.
one person gets picked.
People can Google it if they care that much.
Yeah, one person gets picked, and that person gets stoned to death in order to have like to sacrifice them for a good harvest. And it's only like a 4 to 5 page read, I think. It's a short story. Yeah, the New Yorker has it for free, I'm pretty sure.
I vote we implement that for real.
What?
I vote we implement that for real.
But I would
We
volunteer
re-implement
to
it?
be first.
I mean, what would instead of like a good harvest, what would we have for the
Good Wi-Fi.
2023 version?
Good Wi-Fi.
fewer stupid tickets.
Fiber to the home guaranteed.
Fiber in our area.
Fiber in our area.
Listen, you want fiber network in your home, sacrifice one family member.
Done.
What if I live by myself?
Sacrifice yourself.
Oh,
You can cut off an appendage, I guess.
I can cut off an appendage.
Yeah, a part of your body.
Now, how big of an
Should I
appendage?
need
Like,
more
can I cut
cake?
off a toe or?
I would say a full limb.
Aw, I was gonna say a toe would be a lot easier to live without than
No, you're not going toeless. You're not being 9-toe Larry.
9-toe Larry. What?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're not gonna be a 9-toe Larry.
Who's 9-toe Larry?
You don't know the story 9-toe Larry?
No.
I'm not gonna go over it now.
Okay.
Well, I'll wait until the end of the podcast to remind me.
I mean, this is
And this just
basically it.
isn't.
That was the third Reddit story. That's all
Oh,
I have.
you didn't give me enough time to improvise a story, so I'm gonna have to do it on the spot now.
Little late. Little late there.
Yeah, that wasn't really planned well, I guess. All right, the story of Nine to Larry. So I guess we're just improvising this. So there was a young boy. His name was Larry, and he was a construction worker. He
But-
had
Sorry, I need some plot details. He was a young boy who was also a construction worker.
yes, the times were the 1920s.
Okay.
So I guess it's be around the times where this is questionably legal.
Okay.
I don't even know if at that time it was questionably legal. It was just legal.
Yeah, it's illegal to have 9 toes.
Yeah, that was the weekend. That's what we're questioning here, not the fact
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
working.
That's pretty illegal then.
He was a construction worker, and he was assigned the task of building one of the world's first sky rises.
All by himself.
He was not by himself, with the whole team.
Oh.
You know, he just
What?
didn't build like a 4-story building. That's what they classified a high rise in the 1920s.
Still, 4 stories. Just okay.
I mean, the Amish can do it. Anyway, 1908 he was assigned a task of building the world's first sky rise. He and a team of 5 other people were assigned a plot of land that will be designated for this task. So he, Larry and his crew went out, bought all the equipment, well, I guess they rented out the equipment. They rented out the equipment, bought all the materials that were needed. But before they began doing construction, the roller, what's the cement roller thing called?
The cement roller.
Is that no? It's like, is there an actual
Steam-
official name for like that
Steamroller?
machine? Is it a steamroller?
I don't know. I'm not a construction worker.
Yeah, I guess a steamroller then.
Okay.
A steamroller was potting down the first layer of cement that would be the sidewalk for this building, and Tento Larry at the time got his foot stuck.
He was already known as Tento Larry at this time.
Yeah, he was Tento Larry at the time.
Why?
Why?
It's just a nickname that stuck because he always was barefoot.
Okay.
At a construction site.
Yeah, that's why they call him Tento Larry, because everybody jokes he's gonna lose a toe at the construction site being barefoot.
Some clever foresight for a bunch of 10-year-olds.
I mean, would you? No,
I
like,
wish
would
we
you know
would-
better?
I wish we would employ 10-year-olds again.
Oh my god! Can we
You know how,
just bleep
you
that
know how
out?
stupid some of these 10-year-olds are? No.
Anyway, Tento Larry at the time got a little too close to the steamroller, got his pinky toe rolled down onto the cement, the freshly paved cement, and has thus been known Nine Toe Larry.
It'd be
In
cool
memory
if
of
he got to keep it.
Well, it got cemented down, so every year around November, he goes and visits the.
He goes and visits the toe.
Now he goes and visits the toe that's now engraved in the cement block and gives
Amazing
it.
that it only hit his pinky toe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was
How
a
did-
miracle.
Michael, never do improv.
I mean, you gave me 0 chance to think of something.
I didn't give you anything. I didn't know it was happening,
I didn't know it was happening either until I decided it was happening.
and it's very apparent. Okay, so yeah.
I wonder
that's-
what Larry would think of like political issues or like TikTok or something.
Tento Larry or Nine Toe Larry? I'm sorry.
9 toe.
I mean, he wouldn't have been 100 years old at this point. No, he'd probably be
Yeah.
110.
I don't think he would know. Would know. Yeah, I don't think
Is
he
it-
would know. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
if he's 10 years old doing the construction site, it's
Right.
now 2030.
No.
So
yeah,
at least 110.
Basic math. I'm good. Yeah, I don't think he would know what TikTok is or know what anything is besides the.
Well,
clothing
we
department
would teach
that-
him. Yeah,
Oh,
we'd
I mean-
we'd maybe like make him another toe.
That'd be to say if he doesn't have like some type of Alzheimer's or dementia type of deal.
I don't think that's gonna stop you from getting another toe. Toby, 3D print him another toe.
I mean, hell, he could be Tento Larry again. Problem solved.
Oh.
He'd be 3D printed.
Toby. Figuring it out, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
Alright,
upgrade my
that-
ability. I'm laughing.
That's gonna be the That's gonna be the end of this. I'm gonna call this episode just Toby with no other context.
Are you sure you don't want to call it fucking speedo or something like that?
No, I don't want to call it that.
Oh, you're adding another word that wasn't there, Mike. We now know what Mike thinks of Speedos.
Wait, what?
Listen,
I thought he was fascinated by potato grinders.
No, that was
I
the
don't
first
know
result.
I don't know what's happening with this. I don't know. I've
Uh.
lost all track.
I'm only 4 ounces in the 15% alcohol. That should not be. I'm not really not intoxicated, but still, Jesus.
No, I
It was
think
enough to
I
lose
think
him.
you're getting there.
Toby.
All right, I'm ending this.
No,
everybody, thanks for listening.
you tell me we
Thanks
can't
for
do another
watching.
story?
I
Encore?
don't.
No.
Do you want to come up with another one? We're
We're-
already well
Well,
past
not
an
another
hour.
improv story. I meant like another Reddit story.
Oh no, I'm done, man. That was all three.
Oh, okay.
That
We'll
was
do
all I
more
came up
next
with.
time.
I was gonna
Mike-
say, yeah,
Maybe.
we can have another episode with 3 stories pushed us well over an hour, Michael.
Jeez. It's been an hour? My God.
Yes,
Mike's just lost in the sauce here,
Yeah,
guys.
I've
I'm
just
telling
been
you.
just streaming thoughts.
He took 4 sips of sake and just completely just moved to another dimension.
Well,
I
he
mean,
is.
to be fair, you gotta remember, I don't eat much, so it hits fast.
Michael, go drink some water. Go eat something that's not fondant.
I drank water. I had
Drink
drank
water, guys. That's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
thing.
Hydrate, everyone, please. Just all the water. Drink it until it runs out.
No, don't.
I got some.
Don't drink it till it runs out.
I got some basement water for you guys if you'd like. That would help me out.
Oh, didn't your basement
Is it
flood or
purified?
something?
Yeah.
Why would
How's
it
that
be
going?
purified?
Oh, it's not. It's basement water.
Did you manage to get it all cleaned up, or is it still drying out?
I mean, well, the thing about the weather is it's rained today, and it
Oh,
rained
it's
3 days ago. And yeah.
just getting worse.
Well, no, like
Oh.
you it's like doing the dishes, you know? Like one day the dish is dirty, next day the dish is dirty. You're like, damn, my $10 Home Depot solution didn't work. We actually have to call professionals here. So, you know.
How many inches did you get?
I didn't bring my ruler. I was busy cleaning up water.
You always gotta measure how much water you guys supply people
Oh
with.
my god.
I mean, like I would say 1 inch, but like there's nothing wrong with 1 inch. It's pretty big, right? You know?
I'm hearing a lot of copium.
I mean, that's up to you, but
No matter how many inches you are, you matter, guys. Please subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
now I
Give-
have to make a Patreon. I don't even know like what the bonus would be, and now I have to come up with this whole thing.
I think maybe we just cut the episode like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
No.
Toby.
This is what people come for. Just
Is
I
it?
mean,
random off topics. They can click off.
if we stayed on topic, we would have been done 45 minutes ago. So
But where's the fun in that?
All right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hit,
All right.
hit the subscribe button and thumbs down button on this one.
No.
We're gonna come back at you with another Kim K post tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone.
I don't even know what that was, but at this point, sure. See everybody. Thanks for listening. Hit the bell thing. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like. Don't hit the
Yep.
dislike.
And
do all the buttons.
before we go, let's just give a clap to Wade for surviving the milkshake I made for him.
Oh,
That was
oh
all
yes,
chocolate
that's right.
syrup.
I did call that out in the first episode. Yeah. Maybe that'll be the Patreon bonus, just the video of you making that.
Sure.
But yeah.
So be sure to subscribe to our Patreon.
It has Toby on it.
That's up to Toby, but okay.
Toby.
All right.
All right, have a good one, everybody.
Later, everyone.
Bye.